Ride or die. Cold, these brothers my guys. Know that they fly. Know that they fly. Know that they ride or die. CJ Ack, they ain't no longer about. They ain't no longer about. They ain't no longer about. CJ Ack, they ain't no longer about. Know that they ride or die. Know that they ride or die. I keep brave on my seat. Know that they ride or die. I keep brave on my seat. We hustle, but the life brave on my seat. Know that they ride or die.
Merry Christmas, everybody. I am MELF, Uncle Mike's favorite elf. And first, let me go ahead and just say it right out the back. Action Plaza, he's told me all about you. Action Plaza, Merry Christmas to you too in chat. Thumbs up because you are amazing. MELF is a persona that I do around Christmas time. I haven't done it in a while, so I figured I would bring back MELF. And so here I am. MELF is back, and we are going to be doing a flight here in Microsoft Flight Simulator in a new sleigh that just came out here in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it is a bird that I have been just wanting so much to come out in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and that is the Cirrus Vision Jet. But let me take a few moments here about some notums that I always do. If you're watching this after the live recording, then down in the description below should be chapters in which you can go ahead and skip, fast forward, rewatch all of the parts that you like the best, whether that be taxi, takeoff, cruise, descent. We are going from Sedona, Arizona up to the snowy Aspen, Colorado. Figure we need to do that, get ready for, Christmas Day. So that is what we are, the little flight here. It'll take us a little bit over an hour, but we're going to really check out the Vision Jet as we do. So we got a cold start here in Sedona. So am I Santa? No, I am not Santa. I am MELF. So Santa's my boss. So it's good to see Action Plaza in chat. It's always I do this for the community, to have fun, and it makes it a lot more fun when I can envision somebody there at their keyboard watching me going, yeah, this guy is too amazing. But yeah, it makes it just that more fun, because I do it for the community, for the show, however you would like to say it, for the entertainment, for the fun, for the learning, all of that kind of stuff. And so, but yeah, so also don't forget that I am running a contest. Once I reach 500 subscribers, giving away a $50 U.S. We've gone over this. Action Plaza is a $50 U.S. Xbox gift code once I reach 500 subscribers, and that's all about subscribers in chat. So you can read the description for the official rules that Uncle Mike is doing. However, as a MELF here, MELF is also going to be doing his own giveaway, and what that means is that not in live streams or anything like that, but MELF will be posting from now until Christmas time. MELF will be posting 5 YouTube shorts, and in those YouTube shorts will be, let's just go ahead and call it secrets, MELF secrets, that you need to put together to then win the prize. And I'm not sure what the prize is right now, whether that's going to be an Xbox thing or an Amazon thing. Because I'm trying to research if Amazon can then be global, but we'll see how that works out. But keep a lookout for the MELF shorts. You'll know that they're MELF shorts because, well, it'll be me, MELF, in the YouTube shorts. So check that out if you want to. Also, my next live stream, I'm only going to be live streaming during the holidays here during the every week. So just on Sunday mornings because there's just a lot going on. So my next live stream will be this coming up here a week. So December 11th at 9 a.m. And so, yeah, so that will be the next live stream. Don't know if it'll be a MELF live stream or if it'll be an Uncle Mike live stream, but we are in the holiday season. So, but next live stream, December 11th, Sunday, December 11th at 9 a.m. And with that, please share, comment, click that like button if you do, subscribe if you haven't, and come join me in chat in a future live stream like Action Plaza is doing right here. So, so catch it up on chat here. Yeah, very cool. Action Plaza. Yay, he's happy this time of year. It's Christmas time. So yeah, with that, let's go ahead and game on. So here we are sitting in beautiful. Look at this, beautiful Sedona, Arizona. Snow on the ground. Here is November 3-6. Uncle Mike. Our brand new Vision Jet. She's all bundled up, keeping her warm. Look at the snow on the ground. It's early morning, just like it is here in real life. But I know that Action Plaza's on the other side of the world, or at least the other side of the pond, I think. So a little bit different. But here we are. Beautiful, beautiful model. Again, I say this so often. If you are into aviation, if you are into Google Earth, to exploring, all this kind of stuff. This is just, it's amazing that this is on the Xbox Series X. So it is on console. It isn't on Game Pass. But just, and I fly on controller with a keyboard. So I don't do all the flight yoke, stick, throttle, rudder pedal stuff. But just look at this. Amazing! All right, so there we go. So there's where we're at. We're going to do a full IFR flight, even though we got very nice weather, but we're going up to 31,000 feet, so a little over an hour flight. So let's go ahead and get into the cockpit. Look at this cockpit. Look at this. Look at this, all this glass screens, and they have just done a amazing job at modeling this new modern single-engine private business jet. I've been having a lot of fun with this. There's a lot of learning that goes on with this kind of thing. So this is payware, by the way. So, all right, let's go ahead and get the batteries on. Go ahead and get everything warmed up. Let all the testing happen. There we go. See, I've already programmed in our flight plan over there. You can see that over the multifunctional display. This is a modern sleigh right here. We don't need no reindeer. Pull this thing. It's got a little jet on top right there. Actually, let's go ahead and switch to some views. There it is. There's a jet right on top. I think there's actually a view. There we are. In the cockpit now. There's the pin for the emergency chute. There it is, right there. There's a single engine jet right on top there. That's cool. Okay, let's go ahead and get back in the airplane. There we go. And let's go ahead and test. Let's make sure we got all these systems going on. So status. We don't have those, so we'll go ahead and got it. We don't have those. System tests. Go ahead and pre-flight this. We hear that? That's no good. That's bad news, people. That's bad news, people. All right, so that's good. We're gonna go through everything so you can. If you're here for this, if you're here for the airplane, and you just want to know all the stuff that it can do. So, all right, fuel. Go ahead and get on board. Sync that up, 150 gallons. That'll get us there. It's like I said, a little over an hour flight, nothing like that. Wait and balance. Here we are, looking good, looking good. I don't have any baggage or anything in here yet. We have not loaded up with presents yet. Flight plan is installed, so we are ready to go. So I'm going to accept that initialization, and then look at this all glass cockpit. It's all touchscreen. It's touchscreen in flight sim. That's what's amazing. So we can come over here to map settings. We can turn on all this. Everything looks good. Inset window. Yep, we'll keep it the same. Airways and everything will show up on the map. We will do, everything's good there. And track vector every minute, wind vectors on there. Everything is looking real good. So yeah, I like that. PFD, GPS is what we've got going on here today. GPS, everything's speed bugs. Let's go ahead and turn on all the speed bugs for takeoff. So that means we'll get, what that means is right over here, you can see VY is kind of showing up, but it'll show our speed bugs now over here for us. So it's a little bit more, little more safe for us. So, all right, before we do engine start, let's go ahead and get rid of all of this stuff. So let's go ahead and get rid of the storage cover. There we go. There she is. Tuck that away. And you can't open up the main door. You can also open up the luggage door if you're into that kind of immersion with this. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of all the covers and everything off the pitot tube, off the engine. So now if we go back, you can see that the remove before flight is now off the jet engine there. So there we go. And let's go ahead and remove the chocks from the wheels. So if we go down, and we look at the wheels here, woo, I'm in drone mode now. All right, everything is looking good. Let's just go ahead and do a walk around, make sure everything is fly around with the drone. Everything is off. All the holes are unplugged. All the covers are off. So yeah, I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and change this view. I like this view right. Here's the interior, look at that. This is the executive interior. You can change the interior mode. There's also 3 extra seats you can put back in the family mode. Nah. So, all right, I like that view right there. So let's go ahead and get that view set up. What else do I want to do? I want out of this view. There we go. Okay, so statics are all done. Status, we're cold and dark. We're good. Let's go ahead and put our headphones on. So look at they go from the dash. That's pretty cool. And then the other thing you can do is you can actually put on active noise reduction. So we're not going to turn that on. Maybe we will turn it on when we get to cruise or something like that. But it's like inside you turn on the Bose headset so you don't hear the engine noise. So that's pretty cool. I have to admit that's pretty cool. So config is, like I said, if you want to add more seats and all that kind of stuff. So all right, I think we're pretty much ready to go here. I like what we've got. And another thing that's amazing about this airplane is built into the airplane, not into the flight sim, but into the airplane, is you can come down here and you can hit checklist, and we'll do before engine start. And so it literally has checklists that you can go through. And the real airplane, I've looked at videos on the real airplane. The real airplane has this, so it's pretty cool. So we're going to go through some of these line item by line item. So has a little wheel right here that you can press or you can cycle through. So pre-flight is done. Door is closed. Parking brake. Let's go and make sure that parking brake, yep, it is set. Parking brake is set. So parking brake is set. Battery 1 and 2 are on. Generator comes on. We don't have an external, so we want to make sure that we have that FADEC channel is displayed. So I'm going to go ahead and check all those off. I'm going to go to the next page, and now I'm going to come over here and generator 1 and 2 come on. And now you can see that we've got FADEC channel A. That's what we wanted right there. And so strobe light now is the next. So strobe light comes on. Cast messages check. Pitot heat. Well, we can go ahead. Well, I'll go ahead and turn that on. Why not? Thrust lever is at idle. Yep, thrust lever is at idle. I'm going through these as we're just going through, and then I'll check them off. Engine. Okay, this is where it gets really, really interesting, and it's all computerized. And this is like the real airplane, so this is epic. Come over here, turn it to run. Fuel pump automatically comes on. See, we got a cast message. Fuel pump on. So once we got that, then we can actually, if you look at the checklist, you come over here, fuel pump on, and then verify that we've got enough. It's really cold, but we've got enough juice in the battery. So we now press engine start. Watch our gauges. Everything's coming up looking nice. If we want, we can go. Watch this thing start up. Pretty cool. Gauge is all in the green. Everything looks good. Looks like we don't have a, I don't see a hot start nor a hot start. Everything is in the green. There we go. Woo, got all that. Woo. Nice now engine start. We got a lot of juice in the system. All right, everything looks good. So now you can actually, if you want to, you can actually just cycle through this. So I'm just going to cycle through the checklist, go down to next checklist. All right, go ahead and check here. Engine instrumentation system, EIS. Everything is in the green. I like it. Engine ice protection system. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. Just get ready for that. All right, it is cold here in Sedona, so we're going to go ahead and turn on a little bit of heat. It really doesn't do anything, but you can change the knob so the immersion, you can think about it that I'm turning on basically the air conditioning, the heat. All right, so that is on. So let's go ahead and check off some of those here. We can go ahead. All right, environmental control system. We don't have external GPU. All right, start turning on pressurization here. So oxygen's coming on. We have initialized all of our avionics. Caps pin is pulled. So that is gone now. This in the real plane. This is you can actually pull this, and it's a parachute for the airplane. You can go watch several videos of this. We've had a couple of Vision Jets just this year pull the parachute. All right, so caps pin. Passengers, we're ready to go. Let's get in the air. Seat belts, we're all ready to go. All right. All right, we're going to wait here just a little bit for the batteries to warm up, and then we're going to turn on the bleed switch. And the bleed switch is this, it's not actually called bleed, it's called fresh air. Right here. All right, so the plane is started. Go to the next checklist. And that is now before taxi. So let's go ahead and start listening to the weather here in the automated weather. All right. All right, let's go ahead and let's read that back. All right, 30 minutes. All right, and we got clear runway. We're basically heading north. So let's go ahead and Take off on runway 3. So we'll go and choose runway 3. And with that, let's go ahead and announce taxi. Brakes come off. There we go. Got a little snow on the ground here in Sedona for this first MELF flight. Of 2023 or 2022. I'm already thinking about next year. Snow on the ground, early morning, so we've got our taxi and runway lights on here. Should be a beautiful climb out. Like I said, I filed all the way up to 31,000 feet, which is the service ceiling here of the Vision Jet. All right, altimeter is all set. We'll get the heading bug set here, 03, so we can do that on taxi. Heading bug, 030 on the heading bug. What else we got on? Electric trim is, we need to get to, trim is set for 6%. No, it's not, so. Flaps coming down for takeoff, 50%. We'll get that trim set. We'll go through that checklist there that we've got. This is what I really like about the Vision Jet, is that it is just, it's got so much integral into the actual airplane, just like the real airplane, which makes it amazing. So, and look at that. I forgot to turn on the old El Gato so you can actually hear the jet. So, look at that. There's the jet. There's the jet running. Okay. All right. Well, enough of that. Let's go ahead and go through this trim. We need to set to 6%. Trim is coming up. Trim is right there. You can see it just turned to green. So, right there, 6%. Flaps, 50%. Check. All right, let's go ahead and press the toga button. What that does is that go ahead and sets the flight director to 5% or 5 degrees, which gives us something to fly to right there, that pink, 5 degrees. All right, cast messages. We are clear on the board. So that looks good. Parking brake, yeah, right, release, and away we go. So here's normal takeoff. Normal takeoff here is, well, let's go ahead and do the briefing here. So we're taking off on runway 3. We should be about, we need to be about halfway and 2/3 to VY. If we're not, we're going to basically hard braking. If we go off the end, there's some trees and all that kind of stuff. But if we get to VY, we're going in the air, and Sedona doesn't have a lot of good places to put down after that, so we're gonna have to work it after that. So, all right, let's go ahead and just take a look here. Probe pitot heat is on. Window anti. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on for the climb out here. Gas messages, we are checked. Trim is set. Everything is looking good. I like what we've got here. So let's go ahead and go to scroll down. Let's go to. We've got that all configured. Let's go to normal takeoff. All right, hold the brakes, bring up the power, check out what we like. Normally it's 80 to 9 knots is rotate, climb to 5%. Positive rate, gear up at 115 knots, clear of obstacles, flaps up, and then climb out. I like it. I like it. It's a lot easier doing this than it is with a bunch of reindeer. Go ahead and go to the next checklist, which is just climb, thrust lever, come back. We don't want to be full power. We don't be at takeoff power for over 5 minutes. So having pressure, monitor, everything is looking good. So with that, let's go ahead and make sure fresh air. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the max. Get good pressurization, nothing like that. Let's go ahead and announce our takeoff to the north.
Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu, traffic Uncle 1 taking off runway, tree north departure.
Uncle 1. Here we go. in our Cirrus Vision Jet going to Aspen, Colorado. The windsock is pretty much dead, so I'm not worried about. Like I said, we're heading north, so why don't we just go ahead and point that way. Alright, brakes coming on. So we got another human player right here. Mutton, 1985. You go have a nice flight, Mutton, 1980. No, Mutton, don't crash, Mutton. Alright, and power's coming in. Everything looks pretty good aboard. Power's coming in, brakes coming off. Full power, takeoff. Power is set. Airspeed's alive, 50 knots. 60 knots. 70. 80. 90 and rotate. Positive rate, gears coming up. Pitch for 5 degrees. Clear of obstacles. Gears up. 115, clear of obstacles. 115, flaps coming up. Alright, just going to climb out here. About 135, 130, 135 knots. Aquilirio, trim, trim, trim. See what this thing does here. Come on now, there we go. It's going to do a little dip as it wants to pitch for now, 130. Alright, looking good. Contact Phoenix departure.
Phoenix departure, Uncle 1 is at 7,000 feet, climbing 17,000 feet.
Uncle 1, Phoenix departure altimeter 29.902. Continue to India November Whiskey as planned.
Alright, as planned.
Phoenix departure, Uncle 1 requesting vector to next waypoint.
Uncle 1, continue to India November Whiskey turning and following heading 065. Proceed on course.
Continue to India November.
Alright, we're on
Whiskey
GPS.
Following heading 065. Resume on navigation.
On navigation, we're going to get that magenta needle centered up, and away we go. Go ahead and full map mode. There we go. The green and red that you see there is terrain, relative terrain. So over here we've got mountains we got to worry about, but we're going to be climbing above those. All right, going to come down here. Play management's auto throttle's coming on. Pitch to 135. All right, everything is everything is looking good. Board is clear. And away we go. So let me go ahead and zoom in over here on the multifunctional display. So now you can actually see there is our climb. There is our vector. This thing is glass cockpit, man. I'd say it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun to fly. So we're heading out. Basically, what does our path take us out today? It takes us out to Winslow, Arizona, and then it takes us up to Farmington, New Mexico, over Gunnison, Colorado, and into Aspen. So like I said, just a little bit over an hour. Just beautiful. Just beautiful out here. This is where I learned to fly. I've personally flown into Soto many, many times. Out over that mountain right above the V-tail there is Prescott, Arizona. That is where I went to college, where I learned to fly. All right, 12,500 going to 17. And we're at 135 knots. Auto throttles are on manual setting. Just a beautiful, just actually not beautiful, it's amazing model of the Cirrus Vision Jet. I've wanted it for a while in the flight sim. It has finally come to flight sim on the Xbox, and it's just a beautiful model. It works. It's very similar to like the TBM 930 that we've got originally in flight sim. It just works great on the console. This works great on the console.
Phoenix approach, generic November 8314 Alpha, 7,300 feet. Generic November 8314 Alpha, Phoenix approach altimeter, 29.902, continue as planned.
Alright. 14.5 going to 17. Board looks good. We are in cruise power still, confirmed. And just excellent. Just beautiful. Beautiful model. Let's go ahead and get inside the airplane here. There we are. I just like the flight suit helmet. There's Aunt Cindy. Just climb it up. You can see everything. Side stick. Again, just an amazing model, flight model. The avionics, everything, just not everything works, but just I'm enjoying it. I can kind of get immersed into it, right? That it's just this little private business jet. Single pilot, busting through clouds right there, climbing up on a beautiful morning.
Uncle 1 contact Albuquerque Center on 124.5.
That's us, Uncle One. All right.
Going to 124.5, Uncle 1.
Let's get this thing cranking. All right, switch on over. Let's call them up.
Albuquerque Center, Uncle 116,800 feet.
Uncle 1 Albuquerque Center altimeter 29.902, continue to India November Whiskey as planned. Uncle 1 climb and maintain flight level 270.
Flight level 270. Here we go.
Climb and maintain flight level 270, Uncle 1.
All right, 1,000 feet per minute. Let this go ahead and continue to accelerate. Not really sure about all of the speeds and stuff for climb and all that and descent. So we're still accelerating. I've told it to go to 200 knots.
Tower 76 November, contact Albuquerque Center on 128.45. Good day.
So I'm told to go to 200 knots on the auto throttle at 1,000 feet per minute climb, and we're still accelerating, so
128.45.
let's work it out. Remember, this is a single engine little business jet. This is not like some crazy performing twin engine Cessna or something like that. This is just a single engine jet. So it doesn't have crazy performance, but it does allow us to get high and then really get up, perhaps up into some better wind and stuff. So that helps out when you're especially flying around from the North Pole.
Cessna 560
Alright, so 185 knots.
Going to 1 tree, 2 decibel.
Looks like we're slowing down here at 1,000 feet per minute. Again, like I said, I've told all the throttles to go to 200, 0.15, 0.415, 200 knots indicated, but I've told it also to climb at 1,000 feet per minute.
Dollar Tree 59er contact Los Angeles Center on 124 decibel H5.
There's beautiful northern Arizona, northeastern Arizona.
Going to 124 decibel H5.
That's beautiful. My old stomping ground. Aunt Cindy and I were out there a year ago. There you go. There's a landmark right there for you. Right off the nose. Anybody in chat know what that is right there off the nose? Checking the board. Pretty cool to see the scenery loading though.
Albuquerque Center, Frontier 59er tree for heavy flight level 290. Frontier 59er tree for heavy.
Very cool.
Albuquerque Center, continue to SPK on this plan.
Anybody in chat? Know what that is right below? Come right there on the left wing. Check the board here. We're coming up on Winslow. Indigo November Whiskey there. Our first waypoint of our flight. That is the famous meteor crater that is out there in northeastern Arizona. Been to it many times. Fascinating. When Aunt Cindy and I were out there this last time, we decided not to go to it because we had been there so many times. But there we go. That is amazing. Visitor center going right there under the wing route. Actually, there's a gold mine shaft at the bottom of that. Very cool. All right, coming up here on the town of Winslow, Arizona. Yeah, standing on the corner of Winslow, Arizona. Let's see if we got any other humans. There you go. There's all the other humans around us. All right, still got 1,000 feet per minute. Still, everything's looking pretty good. We could climb a little higher or a little faster, but they haven't yelled at us yet. So. Look at that beautiful airplane. Whoa. That's amazing! There's Winslow, Arizona, and the airport at Winslow, Arizona. And yes, you can go stand at the corner of, standing on the corner of Winslow, Arizona. We did that a year ago. When we did our Route 66 trip and our little Voyager, camper, a little teardrop camper. All right, let's go and get back in the cockpit here. So what should be happening in here in about 5 miles? We are going to be Crossing over the Winslow VOR. That's our first waypoint, making a little bit of a turn to the north there. There is Winslow here. Interesting thing to know about living out there in Arizona is that only the bottom, really third of Arizona is really true like desert, what you think. The other 2/3 of it is basically high mountain, desert, snow, mile high. Prescott, where I went to school, Arizona, Sedona, where we took off, that's almost a mile high, just like Denver. So this is high desert plains, high desert, whatever you want to call it, pine forest. Back over there is above the airplane is the Grand Canyon. Over there is Flagstaff, Arizona. That's Route 66, or now it's I-40. But there's little Winslow, and right down there downtown where you can stand on the corner of Winslow, Arizona. And we're making a little bit of a left turn, so there's our left turn. We are climbing up, and so I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to do 700 feet per minute and a little bit of speed. We're losing performance as we're climbing higher, so but we've got to manage this here because I'm telling the plane and the autopilot how much to climb, and so I need to monitor speed. So we're going to flight level 270, flight level 255 right now. It's pretty wild to think about, though. This little single engine biz jet, we're going to 31,000 feet. So 6 miles up, mile high, so really 5 miles up. That's still amazing. Here in this little business jet. There, we'll get you a passenger view. There you go. See, you're the executive in the back. There's your view. All right, 1,000 to go. Not much out here in northeastern Arizona. It's pretty flat. One of the reasons why it's flat, though, is because this was the bottom of, at one point, with the whole tectonic plates and all this, this was actually the seabed at one time. Actually, it was a jungle with big trees, and then as it moved around, it's pretty fascinating to think that, because this is where the petrified forest is at. And at one time, this was a jungle, and then it moved, and it became basically, and it became under the sea, and then all that became, so yeah. Out over there is the Petrified Forest National Park. I know, you just get a tour, you know, hey, when you're MELF, you see a lot of the world, you know what I'm saying? You see a lot of the world. That's us, Uncle Warren. Here we go. Going to the top. This is, for us, this is the top. This is service ceiling of the Vision Jet. I went ahead and filed that so that way we could. I'm going to climb at 5. I'm going to set it 500. 500. Ashley Ryan. Hello. You are watching MELF here. I am Uncle Mike's favorite elf. And a Merry Christmas to you. Also, thumbs up to you because you are amazing. We are flying the newly released on Xbox, on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, the Cirrus Vision Jet. We have taken off from, we're about, 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes into our flight. And we have taken off from Sedona, heading up into to Aspen here. And so with this just beautiful flight model, we got snow on the ground. We've just passed Winslow, Arizona. That is Winslow right back there. We are now heading up to Farmington, New Mexico, and then we'll start seeing some mountains and all of that. Go over Gunnison, Colorado, into Aspen. So that is what we're doing. There's a nice view for you, Ashley, as you're sitting in the back enjoying this beautiful Vision Jet heading to Aspen's beautiful flight. We can turn on the Bose noise canceling headsets in the aircraft to take out a little bit of the business jet noise, but it's really not too much, so I'm not going to turn them on. But yeah, if you're just joining, go down the description below here and check out the contest that I'm running once I reach 500 subscribers. So click like if you do, subscribe if you haven't, come join me and chat in a future live stream, share, all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm just having a good time flying here. Since it is December, it is now time for a MELF to show up. A MELF is also going to be doing his own contest and giveaway, so watch the YouTube channel for MELF shorts on my YouTube channel and watch to see the secrets in those shorts and put them together, and perhaps you can win the prize. So yeah, so actually I am going to say yes, I am on the Xbox. So because the Xbox, I'm flying on controller with a keyboard, and so yes, to me the plane is completely worth the money. And the reason why I'll just say it is because the whole glass cockpit is touchscreen. It is all integrated, so all the buttons work. So like flight plan, all of this works. It's not like study level because of like all circuit breakers, they don't work and that kind of stuff on the Xbox. I'm not sure about PC, but it is just a magnificent model. And so being on the controller, the autopilot works great, which helps because we have to click to bring up cursor and then do that. So yeah, you can have the assistance on and have like your co-pilot fly the plane, but sometimes that doesn't work out real well. So I rather use the autopilot and then do clicks and buttons that I have to do. So yeah, and the immersion, they've got so many views set up already, here already for us. I mean, these are just all of the standard external views. And so again, on the console, it's just beautiful, So I'd say I really enjoy it. And they have different configs too, so if you want, you can have different configurations. So if we turn around, like I've got on executive, you can put another row of seats back there for family. You can actually, I think, take this center console thing out to make it, even more family friendly. The interesting thing is they've got, and this is pretty funny. Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure I didn't miss a call real quick. Nope. We're still climbing up to 31,000 feet. We're at flight level 292. Okay, you can come in here and the Bose. So with the Bose, you can actually turn on noise reduction. So they have it. If you don't have those headphones, they're up here on the dash. So when you turn them on, and then if you turn on noise reduction, then it's actually like you're wearing Bose noise reduction headsets, so you don't hear anything now, which is pretty cool because then when you go outside, you get the noise back. So I kind of like to hear the noise. So yeah, I'm on the Xbox Series X, but I did start Flight Simulator on the Xbox Series S. So I'll just let you know. So, and I have seen a noticeable performance increase going to the X, but I had the S for a year, and then went to then got an X. So yeah, it's definitely worth the money. I say it's, I really like the TBM 930 on the console because it flies really well. Also, the TBM 930 on the console, you don't have to press A and B so much to work the throttle. This one you gotta, press, but this one's actually got like almost like easy land mode because all you need is like half throttle. So I've got a hotkey for the bumper and B to go to half throttle, and that seems to almost work out perfectly with gear down and flaps down. So all right, let's just check and see where we're at here. We are this is our longest that we've got to go here. So we've got 120 miles. To go. So everything is looking good. Got 20. This is, like I said, we're going up here into this is by Farmington. It's Rattlesnake VOR. So it's Romeo Sierra Kilo. RSK is our next waypoint in 25 minutes. We've got some time here to chat. So yeah, you know, ask questions, chat, whatever you like. Like I said, we're flying over northeastern Arizona, and there's not much to see in northeastern Arizona. It's not really until you really cross over here into New Mexico that you start getting the mountains by, you know, Santa Fe, Albuquerque, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and so, yeah, let me go ahead and show you all the stuff that you can do without maybe screwing it up. Uh-oh. I missed a call.
124.325
I had a handoff.
for Uncle One.
All right.
Albuquerque Center, Uncle One, is passing flight level tree 10, climbing flight level tree 10.
Uncle 1, Albuquerque Center. Continue as planned.
All right, we're just about to get to 31,000 feet. Okay, so multifunctional display. So you come down here, it's really coded really easy, so go to multifunctional display. Then you can go to the map settings, and you can do everything you want. So you can, I haven't tried it to desync it, so you can have different, like the inset over there versus this one. So you can do all kinds of different things. Like you can, so we got our fuel ring on. You can turn on, see sensor, let's go sensor. So traffic we have set up. You can go into settings. You can then put everything on for traffic out there if you want to see stuff. Obviously we know that. Inset window aviation, you can turn things on and off there. You can then turn all the waypoints on and all of this. So you can, I mean, it's just, and everything works. So like here, I've got track vector, so you can see that I've got a blue line, that is. But if I want to change that so easily, just change it to where I'm going to be in 2 minutes. You can see the blue line now has gone to 2 minutes out. So 2 minutes out, I'll be 10 miles. And it's just amazing the amount of stuff that they have built into this. So you got a traffic map if you want it. You got then weather. And everything just works. It just works well. You can bring up panels for, so another panels that tell you all about systems on the airplane. So there's traffic, weather all together. So you can do, I mean, all kinds of stuff of what you want. It doesn't have, I think the PC, because it's just more computing power, they actually have charts, but we don't have charts labeled into the, that would be amazing. But I mean, we got all the procedures and all that kind of stuff. Checklists are built in. All the checklists are built in. You got a scroller like the real airplane to scroll through the checklists. So it just really works out well. And you can change all of this setting, you know, so if you want, like I have it on nav mode, you can change it to all the speed bugs. Is it under utilities? No, there was a way that you could actually change it, like to do like the whole flight rather than doing leg to leg. I can't really remember where that is. can do the orientation. I just like track up. So yeah, there's just so much that you can do, and that, yeah, the nav, that, you're absolutely right, that's epic. All right, there we are at Mach 0.514 at 31,000 feet. We are cruising now as best we can here in the visit. We're almost the never exceed speed. So you can then go over, if you want, you can then change, go over here PFD, and so traffic, you can put the traffic map right there. We can put our minimums in, and everything is touchscreen on. Oh, I missed a call. Another handoff. Chatting and missing all these handoffs. Shame on me.
Denver Center, Uncle 1 flight level tree 10.
Uncle 1 Denver Center, continue as planned.
All right, continue as planned. So we've still got 18 minutes before we get to Farmington, New Mexico. And then we go over Gunnison, Colorado. And then we probably ought to start thinking about a descent down in here. So now we can change speed bugs to landing. We'll go ahead and turn all those on. Now we got the speed bugs on. We got timer. What else we got? See here. Here's the settings. So right now we've got traffic on. You can put on weather. I don't think we're going to have weather, so we don't really need to worry about that. Track, track is up. You can let's go ahead and put the map back on. It's just, everything just works. No, it will rip itself apart. This is just a single engine little business jet, so we are basically at top speed here of a half a Mach. Right there, you can see the candy cane. We don't like to play with the candy cane. So right now we are, let's see, where are we at? We are, there it is. So we are 310 knots over the ground. Why do I like it, this plane, even in the real life? It's just because it's a jet. It's a single engine little biz jet. Doesn't have the best performance, right? It's like a King Air, if you want to say. So if you like twins and all of this, I just like the glass cockpit. Everything works. I like the simplicity of all of this. So yeah, and so you can really configure, like if you want to put the map up there and traffic and all of that, you can configure, all of this. So let's see, land, so that, what's other, track up, we already done all that, track vector, fuel ring, range to altitude, so all that's on there. So it just gives you, they've just done an amazing job at doing this. So if we zoom out here on this map, so there is our, look at that, zoom all the way out. Now you can see where we're at, and now you can see that there is our fuel ring to within 45 minutes. And then the solid ring is out of fuel. So that is, the dotted line is our fuel ring with a 45-minute reserve. The next green ring is then where we run out of fuel. So yeah, on the console they have just made a beautiful airplane. It looks beautiful. It's got 3 liveries. It's got different configurations inside with seats and stuff. Obviously, November 3-6 Uncle Mike is always orange. That's the color of Uncle Mike. So I just like this livery. Just a good looking little plane. Goes high. Goes pretty fast. 300 knots over the ground. I'll take it. But the cockpit and all the stuff that you can do. So So yeah, it's a beautiful airplane. We'll see if we got some weather here, so you can, it's easy. It's easier to program in all of the approaches in this because everything is touchscreen. So, all right, let's go ahead and zoom back in here on our map. Oh, look at that! You can zoom way out. So there we go. We'll go ahead and do a 40-mile ring. So got about what, 60 miles, 70 miles here to Rattlesnake VOR, which is in Farmington, New Mexico. That is right over there. Romeo Sierra Kilo. All right, now we can kick back. Yeah, it's a lot better than the general nav map. There we go. Man, my coffee got cold. I probably ought to think about going ahead and turn on some music, but I might miss a handoff or something from ATC. But the plane itself is, it is all modern. Starting it is so easy. All the checklists, the side sticks. You've got a little, basically over here, run and a push button. Everything is, even though all the fuel pumps, everything is automated. No, you can't pull the parachute. None of this works, so you can't pull a parachute on emergency. Yeah, this has a CAPS emergency parachute system that comes off the top. So, yep. Starting to get a little bit more topography here. Come over the map, see where we're at. Looks like we're just now crossing into New Mexico.
Denver Center, Frontier 8651 Heavy, flight level 410. Frontier 8651 Heavy, Denver Center, continue as planned.
Look, I'm zooming in. Yep, look at that. There's 4 corners. That's, whoa. That's 4 corners right there. Oh, did I just... No, we're good. I just hit the stick a little. There's 4 corners. So where Colorado, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico all come together. A famous little landmark we can stand in, all 4 states. All right, let's go ahead and zoom back in here. All right, we'll do a 25-mile. Just beautiful. It just has a really good immersion. I can imagine that if you were in VR. Oh, wow, this would just be so. Sorry, actually, I didn't see that. Didn't see you there, but that question. So I am not streaming off. I am streaming off Xbox, but I'm actually doing it through a laptop. So I've got the Elgato, an old Elgato 60 or whatever it was called, capture card. So basically it's a little in between my monitor for my Xbox and my Xbox is a little device that then sends the signal to the computer, and then I use OBS then from OBS to send it out to you. That's how this works. So yeah, Elgato, that's how I stream. So I don't stream straight off Xbox. All right, so we are over New Mexico now.
Good day. Denver Center, Frontier 9er 112 Heavy, flight level 350. Frontier 9er 112 Heavy, Denver Center.
But we are basically pretty much top speed here. Like I said, 300 knots top speed.
124.32.
Now let's go ahead and while we're here, let's just play around with some stuff here. So let's go ahead and do nearest airport. There it is. Shiprock 5 Victor 5, yeah? And then Echo 91. I don't see Echo 91 901 on there. But then you got Gallup, New Mexico. Kilo Golf Uniform Papa, I see that. So that's really, really good to have. That's safe. Very cool. So that works out really well. So navigation, if you are, you know, like I said, I went ahead and filed the IFR flight plan in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Had it all pre-planned, but if you really wanted to just go fly, then you got stuck, you know, you can really just very easily put in a flight plan, find the nearest airport. It's very, very safe. You know, it's got the level button. So, if you don't know what that is I don't think it has, it doesn't seem, at least I can't find it. It would be interesting, the whole auto land feature now that avionics have, but it does have the level button, and so level button is basically where, you know, if you're in clouds, you don't know which way is up, you hit the level button and it basically brings the plane back to straight and level flight. So that right there is amazing. No, I haven't really hit it before, so. All right, so we are up here at Mach 0.514, which is 309 knots true airspeed. 309 also, there's no wind up here right now. 309 knots over the ground at flight level 310, so that's 31,000 feet, which is roughly then 5 miles up, because all of this terrain is mile high. So we got some nice snow here, looking beautiful for the first MELF flight of the year. And we're coming up here into Farmington, New Mexico. So the VOR waypoint is Romeo Sierra Kilo, but that is Rattlesnake VOR. But the town and the area is Farmington, New Mexico. And then we basically just pass that and we go right into Colorado, right up to Gunnison, Colorado. We'll make a little bit of a turn to the north even more, and then up into Aspen. That is our destination. So I haven't really programmed around with vertical navigation, so I'll need to start learning that too. But look at that, our elevation at our destination is 7,680 feet. So I have flown into Aspen, not in real life, but I have flown into Aspen using the landing challenges. Pretty difficult. In the little in the Citation jet with the fog and all that. I think it's at night. But here we got some pretty beautiful weather coming up. I can see the mountains out there at 11 o'clock. Just a beautiful flight here as we are approaching Farmington, New Mexico, which is up here in the northwestern corner of New Mexico. So down out there is Santa Fe and Albuquerque. But we're tucked up here in the corner of northwestern New Mexico. You start seeing some of the mountains out over the cockpit out over there. Some of the farming land of Farmington, New Mexico. But yeah, just a beautiful flight model. And a beautiful just visual model too. So here we are sitting back in here. It's not really that long of a flight. I don't want to go get a coffee break, so I'm drinking cold coffee. Just so, even just on a little, whatever I'm on, 28-inch monitor or something, it's so immersive, you know, to do a view like this, or you look out, see the wing and all of that. Just beautiful. So if you are on the console, if you like Google Earth, if you like exploring the Earth, you can go anywhere. It's all based on Bing Maps. I've been able to confirm that here, and so it's just beautiful. The things you can find here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, you know, it's just, you fly around, you're like, what's that? You look it up, you're like, wow. I mean, I found the location in Washington State flying around. I was like, what is this? So then I looked it up in real life, and it's actually the Navy antenna location to actually talk to subs under the water and stuff. That's amazing. They need such a big antenna to make such a big, strong radio wave that it actually uses mountains, and they string the cables for the antenna across to make this huge antenna. That's amazing. Looking good. There's the town of Farmington, right above the nose there. I'm just going to go over here and just see if we can actually. Oh, looks like the town is actually out up here. Oh yeah, there it is. There's the town. There's the put runway in sight, just in case we need it. Right there, right up the nose. That's the airport at Farmington. See it down there in the snow. Breakfast. I don't see him. That's no, that's not what I want to do. I'll put map there. Ooh, how do I switch panes? Do I click on it? No. I don't know how to switch. Need to figure that out. That would be interesting to be able to do. Just over the traffic settings. Labels, 25 miles to 15. We're just making our turn over Rattlesnake, going up to Gunnison here. All right, let's turn that on. It didn't come up. It didn't. None of the that traffic didn't show. So I'm just gonna see if I can get that to pop up. Yeah, I don't know how to change the pane. It says it right there, but I don't know how to change it. And I don't want to really mess with anything. right now, so. All right. Ooh, yeah, I'm getting hungry. Ooh, Melf is getting hungry. All right, just under 5 minutes here before we get then to Gunnison. And we'll see what we've got dropping down into where are we going? Aspen. Let's go to the center of the heading bug in case we just need it. Check and make sure we didn't miss any calls from ATC. Nope. It's looking good. Definitely getting some topography now. Woo. This is drone mode. We're getting into the mountains now. Might get some turbulence too. Getting a little bit of weather. Beautiful snow. Snow, 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 snow. Let's go ahead and see what we get here. Well, I don't. Nothing 20 miles out, but of course we can just look out the window and see that there doesn't really look to be just stuff developing, but nothing really heavy. Beautiful, beautiful out here with the snow on the ground. Gonna make for a little bit, maybe of a challenging.
Uncle 1 traffic is 1 o'clock for miles at flight level 320 TBM 9. Report them in sight. $08 Charlie traffic is 8 o'clock for miles at flight level 310 Cirrus. Report them in sight.
There it is. There it is. I see his anti-smash lights.
$08 Charlie have the traffic.
See him? It's his anti-smash.
Uncle 1 have the Daughter TBM 9 in sight.
But we don't have them on here though.
Denver Center, Frontier 509er heavy flight level 400. Frontier 509er heavy Denver Center, continue to Afton as planned.
The traffic is on. Don't know.
Tower 917 traffic is 9 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 320 Airbus A20N.
Don't know why it's not showing up. Traffic's not showing up. It might be need to be a bug fix or something.
72 heavy traffic is 1 o'clock 3 miles at flight level 330 TBM.
But we got them. We had them in sight, so we're good. Looks like we've all got ourselves in sight. Got our anti-smash on. Alright, so let's go ahead and come over here. Let's bring up the checklist here. And checklist for cruise. Alright, everything is on. Yep, everything is good there. Let's go ahead and cycle down to the next one. Descent thrust lever. Landing field elevation is 7,600 feet. Ice protection, we have got that all set. Local settings, good there. Seats and seat belts. Alright. We'll go to the next checklist is approach. And ice protection, lights, flaps, 50%, airspeed 140. Okay. Let's put that. Whoa, 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 don't turn off. Oh, I hit the left stick. Whoa, sorry about that, everybody. Whoa. Whoa. Like a bucking bronco. Definitely in the mountains now, folks. We just passed Gunnison. Oh. Actually, no, I'm sorry. We just passed Durango up to Gunnison. That's what we just passed. Durango. Duh. Delta Romeo Oscar. So Durango. Down there is the Durango Silverton Railway. The narrow gauge railway you can ride if you visit Colorado. A lot of fun. Durango Silverton. All right. I'm going to let ATC here vector me even down. I did not program in any vertical navigation. So I'm going to go ahead and let, like I said, let them step me down. We'll see what happens. Might not end well. Okay, looking good, straight out the nose. Nice view in the back. Got about 12 minutes here. Alright, so if we're just kind of doing some math here. So we do 1,000 feet per minute, and we are doing 300 knots. So 300 knots, roughly, right, would be 5 miles a minute. So if we need to step down roughly 20,000 feet, to say, so right, at 1,000 feet, that's 20 minutes. Whew. And then we're doing 5 miles a minute. So we go 20 miles, only take us 4 minutes. So we need to start stepping down here once we get to, even before we probably get to Gunnison. So. But we could actually slow down even, you know, and just, and slow down, so. But yeah, I need to work on the descent profiles. Do that a little. Learn more about that, or especially even for this aircraft. All right.
Center.
That's us, Uncle Juan.
125.35.
Good day to you.
125.35 Uncle One. Denver Center Uncle One flight level tree 10.
Uncle 1 Denver Center, continue to Hotel Bravo uniform as planned.
All right.
Uncle 1 descend and maintain flight level 190.
There it is. They're already stopping us down.
Descend and maintain flight level 190 Uncle One.
All right.
Frontier 8038 heavy contact Denver Center on 118.575. Good day.
Do this.
For Frontier 8038 heavy.
All right. Everything's looking good. Down we go. Stepping down the 19,000 feet, 19,000.
Denver Center, Denver, November, tree 408 Charlie is at flight level tree 20, descending flight level 240.
300 knots into descent.
Denver Center on 118.575. Good day. Denver, November, tree 408 Charlie, Denver Center, continue as planned. 118.575 for Denver Niner 1 Alpha.
All right, looking good. I'm gonna go 2,500 feet per minute in the descent. See if they yell at us. See if they want us to descend down even faster. But looks like we get the arc. See the arc right there? That arc is, I believe, then where we will be at sensor, other track vector.
Denver Center, Frontier 49er 14.
Yeah, range to altitude.
Frontier 49er 14 heavy Denver Center.
That's what that is.
Echo Echo Delta as planned. Dollar 652 traffic alert.
Oh.
11 o'clock less than 1 mile flight level tree.
Oh, it's not us. Okay, we're good. No traffic alert. No traffic alert.
Frontier 49er 14 heavy contact Denver Center on 118.575. Good day.
So that's really cool that you can turn on your altitude ring. So that's what that arc is. That blue arc right there is where we'll be when we get to 19,000 feet, and then we've got the vector. So that's cool. That right there is amazing. All right, definitely into some topography as we are 8 minutes out from Gunnison, Colorado. Looks like beautiful weather up here. Definitely got beautiful snow. Make sure you go out and you watch White Christmas. Come on, and if you like White Christmas, the old Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye, Rosemary Clooney movie. Then you also go see the original, which is Holiday Inn. All right, just gonna make sure I didn't miss a call there when I was talking. Nope, we're all good. All right, descending down. Everything is looking good in the neighborhood. Alright, looks like it automatically switches.
Center, Tower November 9er, 885 Tango, flight level 340.
Sending on down.
Tower November 9er, 885 Tango, Denver Center, continue as planned.
Auto throttles are still on.
Tower Niner, Yankee contact, Denver Center on 118.575.
We're just about, we're at
Good day.
21,000 to 1,000, going to 19,000. Right up here in this valley, right up here.
118.575.
Right in that valley out there, that's Gunnison, Colorado.
Uncle 1, you're 7-8 miles south. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors, visual runway 15 approach.
Alright, visual 15.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect vectors. Visual runway 15 approaching.
Alright, so let's see what we get here. So, procedure, approach. Local, okay, so just visual, runway 15. So it is not, there's nothing loaded in for the visual, runway 15. Let's just go ahead and let's just think about, right, what this is going to be.
Denver Center, Tower November 40047, flight level 340.
So visual runway 15. So we're going to basically, it looks like we're going to be down like a right downwind.
Continue as planned.
So, yep, there is the Roaring Fork visual. Roaring Fork visual for 15. It's not authorized at night. Looks like we are going to be, basically what this has is we've got Castle Peak. I'm just looking here, trying to find out what I'm looking at in case you are interested. This is what I'm now reviewing. This is the Roaring Fork visual for runway 15 approach. And so you can see 15, it looks like everything is actually kind of a left circling. We're going to be coming in from the Castle Peak area. I am actually just trying to locate Castle Peak. There's the town. There's Ashcroft. Castle Peak, Castle Peak, Castle Peak. That's Crested Butte. Why don't they put Crested Butte on there? All right, here, Castle Peak, right there, Castle Peak. So we come through the valley of Castle Peak, basically a left downwind, 15. Got it. Roger that. Okay, got it. Let's get back in the airplane. Okay, so now what has happened here? Why is this? All right. Okay, so here's something that's weird now with this. The auto throttle didn't, I have it set for, got real slow there on the, at 19. Why did it not go back to, I had it set auto throttles for 200. Interesting. Alright, well, the auto throttle seemed to have failed me there a little bit for some reason. I mean, I clearly, well, no, it says right there, no.
$119er traffic is 9 o'clock 3 miles at flight level 330 TBM9. Report them in sight.
Let's see if it'll reset to.
652 traffic is 10 o'clock 2 miles at flight level 320 TBM9. Report them in sight.
Oh, I see what's happening when I click it. All right, so that's something we've got to keep in mind here. I'm going to go back to 200 knots here.
652 have the traffic.
All right, interesting. It didn't come back to, it didn't advance the throttles on the, once we leveled off at flight level 190. Interesting. Gotta keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Could have been bad news. Could have been bad news right there. Alright, so we are briefed here on our approach. We're going to look for Castle Peak as we're coming in.
Uncle 1 descend and maintain 13,000 feet.
Oh, that's going to put me real. I'm going to have to go visual after that. Ooh. I'll acknowledge that.
Descend and maintain 13,000 feet, Uncle 1.
We might have to go our own navigation here.
Uncle 1 descend and maintain 12,000 feet.
Alright, I hear the throttle's spooling back to maintain 200. Not sure what I did on the other one.
Uncle 1, did
Oh,
you hear my
yeah,
last
sorry.
transmission?
Yeah, I thought.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet, Uncle 1.
$12,000 feet. Whew. There's some. Alright, let's I need to make sure terrain is on here. I'm gonna zoom in 10 miles. Let's do a 10-mile range there. Let's go home. Map setting. Land. Other. Sensor. Yep, traffic is on and terrain is on. All right, so we know our Kazoo is on the flight plan. Yep, Wint and Kazoo is. All right, I got Kazoo. All right, we're gonna have to.
Denver Center, generic November 5, 450 hotel flight
I'm gonna have to pick up some of the stuff visually here.
Generic November 5, 450
This is gonna be an interesting
hotel
approach.
Continue as planned.
All right, train coming up on the map now. All right, we've got, looks like pretty good. All right, yeah, we're gonna cancel IFR. Sweet Speedy! Thumbs up because you are amazing. Thank you for joining me here as we are descending down into Aspen here. Never done this before, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel IFR. We're on the visual.
Denver Center, Uncle 1. Cancel IFR at this time.
Uncle 1 IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR.
Got it.
Frequency change approved. Good day.
All right. We've got traffic, we got terrain straight ahead. I don't like this right here. It just seems like I've got terrain all around us. So we are going to go ahead and I'm going to climb back up to 14,000 feet. I don't know why ATC brought us down so low. If I look back over here at the visual for runway 15, the Roaring Fork visual, it says 16,000 feet is, so 16,000 feet is recommended. We're going back up to 16,000 feet. You know, ATC here, it's not always the best. Alright, so there's Crested Butte. We could use that as what I'm looking at here is I'm looking at the visual here. Where are we at? We are right down in here. We just passed Gunnison. Here's Crested Butte. Coming up right here, that could be our waypoint. We need to go around Castle Peak here. We'll make a right turn at Crested Butte and then around left pattern into 15. That's what we're doing right there. Alright. That is briefed. I like what we've got now. He's going to be okay. By the way, I am MELF, Uncle Mike's favorite elf. Let's go ahead and... Oh no, I didn't want to tune to that. Nearest airport. Aspen... Right there, 6. Let's go ahead and see what Aspen Tower tells us. Full stop.
Aspen Tower Uncle 1 is tree 6 miles south, 14,200 feet with kilo to land.
Uncle 1 Aspen Tower. Altimeter 29.9er, 21 column flight, left downwind runway 15.
Got it.
Fly left traffic.
Alright, we're going to try to pick this up.
Uncle 1.
Alright, Sweetie Speedy. Bye! Alright, let's zoom in here. 5 miles. Alright, I am trying to pick up visually where everything is at. Still letting the airplane, letting the autopilot fly us in here as we are trying to pick up visually where everything's at. Then I will go off autopilot for the visual approach runway 15, which is, so it looks like once we get to, looks like somewhere right out here is Castle Peak. But we basically want to fly kind of just right around Castle Peak. Actually looking at the visual here, and you got to drop down in, come over the town, yeah, whew, inside that ridge. Whoo, this is gonna be fun. All right. See what we get here. I am going to go ahead and we're going to come back to 175 knots on the auto throttles. Look at beautiful 3.6 uniform. Mike, looking good. Call sign today is Uncle 1. All right, let's pick up. All right, here is Crested Butte. I am looking for, there's the airport right there, Crested Butte, right off the nose, in case we need that to divert to. Alright, so I think then, right out here is Castle Peak. Yep. Alright, I'm going to go to heading mode. We want to go maybe 030. We want to go around Castle Peak. 16,000 feet, that's what's recommended. Again, I am looking at the visual here for runway 15, coming down from Castle Peak. So we want to come around Castle Peak, and then basically the left pattern into 115. That's what we're doing. So I am thinking that this right here is Castle Peak. All right, 175 knots. There you got the river, a creek. We are going to be landing in our reserve fuel. Yeah, very much. Yeah, that's definitely Castle Peak right here. Right here is Castle Peak. All right, what do I think? Okay, got to channel my inner Uncle Mike. All right, drop down Aspen Peak. We're looking for the Roaring Fork River. As we go over, then also Aspen Mountain. Field elevation is 7,500. All right, Castle Peak. All right, my airplane. Auto throttles are off. Autopilot is off. My airplane. All right, there's Aspen in the valley. Here's Aspen Peak. We want to pick up the river. What we want to do. Good so far. We're in descent. Completely on the visual here. Alright, there's the runway. Runway is right there. Runway in sight. We gotta do left pattern. Alright, below 180 knots, gears coming down. Low fuel, got it, no worries. Of course I say that. King Air. Alright, sending down. Low 180 knots, flaps coming down. Trim. River in sight. Terrain's looking good. Alright, say we're establishing the downwind. Heading 330. Landing runway 15. Alright, we are on the visual, the Roaring Fork visual for runway 15. There is the river. 80% flaps down. Landing lights. Everything's looking good. What a beautiful approach, though. Alright, I got the terrain, so we get a terrain warning, but we're good. We're all visual here. In case you're interested, I am flying completely on the controller. I am on the Xbox Series X. I do have a keyboard, though, also. Alright, we're beam the numbers, or beam the midfield.
Uncle One Wing Kong cleared to land runway 15.
Cleared to land runway 15, Uncle 1.
Alright, we'll extend out here. We got plenty of room here. Of course, this is a nice little business jet. I've actually gone out and done some loops and rolls in it. Performs really well. Not even with getting to overspeed or anything like that. So. All right, coming up here, 500 above traffic pattern altitude. Let's go ahead and here we go. Full flaps coming in. Full flaps. Landing power. Down the descent. Block Valerio trim. Trim. Trim, trim, trim. Runway in sight. What a beautiful approach. Wow. Alright, just get trimmed up for landing. Come on. Come on. That's our fuel low warnings. Alright. 100 on approach speed. A little low, but I like it. On final. Alright. Get a stabilized approach here. Alright, there we go. Stabilized approach. Go. Woohoo, looking pretty. Okay. Flight idle. Come on now, come on. There we go, on the ground. A little bit of braking here.
Uncle 1 exit runway when
I will exit when able. Welcome to Aspen, everybody. Welcome to Aspen. What a beautiful approach that was. That was neat. That was neat doing the actual visual approach.
Uncle 1 contact ground on 121.9er.
Going to 121.9er, Uncle 1.
Alright. Let's clean this up. Flaps coming up. I don't need landing lights. Beautiful day. Landing lights come off. Go to contact ground.
Aspen Airport
Whoop, that's not what I wanted.
1600 Zulu.
Ground.
Windcom.
Parking.
Aspen ground, Uncle 1 taxi to parking.
Uncle 1 taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha 5 Alpha Alpha 6 cross runway 3 Alpha 5 Alpha.
Whatever they said, so let's go ahead and turn on the ribbon.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha 5 Alpha Alpha 6 cross runway 3 Alpha 5 Alpha, Uncle 1.
Okay, how about if I don't do that? I just turn around right here. There's some other humans here. Look at that. These are other humans. Somebody else in the Vision Jet over there, black. Oh yeah, nice. Somebody in what do you want to call it? Airplanes I don't have, so it just throws in a model. All right, well, we'll taxi on down here. Park. Somebody else on the Vision Jet down here. Skybound, 9er. But yeah, what a great little flight here. A little over an hour from Sedona, Arizona. Down here. Neat airport though. I'm gonna cut across here. I'm not even gonna go all the way to the end. Don't have airplanes here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut around this. What is that? I don't know. It's up some type of Malibu or something. Down in here. Looking good. And there we go. Parking brake comes on. Let's go ahead and go home. Let's go checklists. Let's scroll down. Let's do shutdown. Alright, thrust lever is at idle. And what else we got? Engine. Alright, engine. So let's go ahead and turn off all the ice protection system. Probe heat can come off. Oxygen can come off. We're still operating the airplane. Let's go ahead and leave the strobes on. Oxygen master lights come off. Engine knob, we go to off. This is just so amazing to me. Watch this. Goes to off. And then all you do is you just hit. Engine knob comes off. And then all you do is you just press the stop button. Watch the engines, everything's looking good. Into below 24. There we go. And there is shutdown. So we'll shut down now. Generator strobes can come off. I'm going to leave the batteries on. We're going to come over here and we are going to go ahead and put the headphones on the dash. Check that out. Headphones go on the dash. And now let's go with putting the chocks under the wheels and putting the covers on. So if we go outside, got the covers on, got the chocks under the wheels. That is really, really cool. And now let's go ahead. We got snow coming on tonight. Let's go ahead and put the covers on. And there we go. Welcome to Aspen, our nice flight here from Sedona, Arizona to Aspen, Colorado. Appreciate you joining me here on this flight. Really, really enjoy the Vision Jet. It actually is a amazing flight model, visual model here on the Xbox Series X. So again, if you're watching this after the live recording, go down the description and check out the chapters that I'll put down there. My next live stream is December 11th, a week from today. So Sunday, December 11th at 9 a.m. Also, I'm running a contest, or actually Uncle Mike is running a contest. Once he reaches 500 subscribers on his YouTube channel, you can go down the description and read all about that contest. Also, MELF, I'm doing a contest too from now until December. Merry Christmas, everybody. So watch for YouTube shorts on Uncle Mike's channel that have me in them, and you can have a chance to win a prize there. So that you're looking actually forward to 5 YouTube shorts here from now until Christmas time. So check that out. Check me out on those YouTube shorts. If you put together the secrets, maybe you can win the prize. And with that, share, comment, click that like button. If you do, come join me in a future chat on a future live stream. And subscribe if you haven't, because I'm MELF, Uncle Mike's favorite elf. Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye. What a great flight. Wow. Good job here on the Vision Jet, everybody, in Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Xbox Series X. New sleigh. Woo, and it performed great.